Hey, good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning. So, hope everyone have an amazing day. I know some weird things going on out here in the world, but we're gonna get through this process. I'm not sure if this is gonna be just random thoughts, but I just feel like saying some things. So, right now, I think I have my title as "Sometimes I Feel Like a Nut, Sometimes I Don't." And what I mean by that is sometimes I feel like I'm going like crazy, and sometimes I don't. And what's going on is this. So, in this journey, all I've been doing is talk about my story, but I've been talking more about the spiritual part, about the spiritual warfare, the rituals, the attacks spiritually, and stuff like that. When it comes to my family, I've been talking about from a spiritual standpoint. And when I talk about like the people in the world that's been attacking me, and it's people all over the world. Just to let y'all know, it's all over the world, in foreign countries. People that I don't even know got vendettas against me that I never even heard of. It's that crazy. It is what it is. But you know, my spirit been out here help healing and doing a lot of things in this world. But you want to know what's the sad part? I don't know who I am. So spiritually, I know who I am. Reality, I don't know who I am. That's the part that's still been like lingering. So this is what I'm getting at. My mother's not my mother. So I think I talked about this some time back. So when I was a kid, in the old house we lived in, my mother had like this clothing line that she created to wash clothes. And I remember one day we was outside and she was putting clothes on the clothesline. And I guess she didn't realize that she kind of told on herself at the time, and I held on to that moment. But she had put this crochet style poncho. I guess that's the way it is. The one, you know, when you just put it over your shoulder. But, you know, there's no actual arm, so you put it on your shoulder. And it was it was white. It was a little kid's size, like a little girl size. I was a child, so a little girl size poncho, and it was white. And when I looked at it at that time, it looked like angel wings. That's what it felt like to me, like an angel. But I asked her, I was like, "Who's that?" Because you know she washed it and she got it up here. I'm like, "Who is that?" She's like, "It's for my adopted daughter." Adopted daughter, and then she started ha 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 ha. But what's so crazy is I never wore it. She washed it, put it on the line, but I never wore it. But she said, "This is for my adopted daughter." That was when I was about 7 years old, about 7 or 8 years old. And it kind of made me feel some type of way because I already felt like an outcast. I felt weird with the family. It's like they always took to my brother over me. And everybody loved my brother, but when it came to me, it's like I was the black sheep of the family. It's like, hey, but when they saw him, hey, it was that type of thing, you know. I was like the last pick of everything. But it is what it is, you know. I got used to it. Then when I got older, like I told y'all before, I had went and did an ancestry DNA test because the girl that lived next door to me, we looked alike, which was weird. We had looked alike, and then I remember what I told you about with the father that's on my birth certificate. It was like the whole storyline didn't match up. So I ain't gonna get deep into it. Y'all can go find that video, but it didn't match up. So I went, me and this other girl that we kind of had favorite, you know, looked alike. We went and got a DNA test done, shipped it out and done. And what's so crazy is when, I don't know why, but in the Bible, there's a person named Rebecca. I think Rebecca, and she had twins. And it was crazy because the name and everything lined up to that moment, Rebecca. And not even just Rebecca, but when I was a kid, the only shoes that I liked to wear that was comfortable to me was Reeboks. And if just to let you know, Reeboks, Rebecca, all of that ties together. And just to let you know, Ye does mention that in a song. However, I'm going to stay focused on myself for this moment. So yeah, it was a lot of things. But this is the thing. When I sent the paperwork off to get the DNA test, checked out, they sent it back to me, but they never put my name on it. They didn't put her name on it. And that was red flags to me, because why you don't put their names on it? And even though they told me, yeah, that's your sister, right? It was like, yeah, that's your sister. But I had to call in to find out. And it was just the way how the lady was responding. She was like, yeah. But our names wasn't on the paper. And that let me know at that time. And that was back in 2021, if not mistaken, when I got that done. And when that was done, it was something in my head. Something was like, something's off about this. I didn't get a certified one, but still, even when I went onto the account, it didn't show our names attached. It just said, yeah, y'all siblings. It was like that. And then it brought me to another thing. I was like, something ain't right. Why they ain't got our names? And then later on, I was like, because it's legally binding. If they put our names to it, then they can get caught up. If anything happens, it will show that they was the ones that it would show that they are the ones that falsify information. So later on, with the account, with Ancestry, later on, I had somebody that reach out to me as a family member, but it was so crazy. When I go look on this information, it's so many people tied to them on my account than the people that I'm actually supposed to be related to. And it just let me know there was a lot of falsified information, because stuff don't line up, stuff don't equal out, because the people, hold on a second. Because the people that it was just a lot of lies going on. And I feel like they thought that, it's a government cover up. Okay, that's all it is a government cover up. I feel like they needed that DNA so they can really check my history, because it's like this. A lot of things was programmed to come to me for a reason, so I can do certain things, because I have to have paperwork, I have to have information on my end. So yeah, one side of the coin, you have the people that was against me. On the other side, they was trying to give a paper trail for me to prove that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be, building up a accurate case. So, long story short, I'm at that point now. It's like I'm trying to find out where my true home lies at. Who is my true parents? Because when I brought this information up to my mother, the one that I'm with, she caught an attitude, and her explanation didn't line up, for one. Number two, the time when I did finally say, you're not my mother, she was just like, what made you say that? When she's one of them type, she's dramatic. But when I said something like that, she was like, what made you say that? It was just calm. And it's like the mask fell off. So now I'm at that point. It's like I'm blessed to be able to be a help in the world to others, but it's time for me to find me. Find out where I lie at. Now I'm gonna say this: there's four families that my energy is tied to. I don't know if it's current life or past lives, but there's four that is popping up in my head. It's the Kardashians, the Knowles, the Rothschilds, and the Queen Elizabeth family line. Those are four lines. Now, when it comes to Rothschilds, for some reason, I don't know what it is about them, but I feel like my past life spirit, I feel like they had me trapped in a cage. That's what I feel like they had me trapped in a cage in a past life, like literally in a cage, like an animal in a cage. I truly feel like they had my, I'm gonna say it like this: my spirit has been through a lot, but they physical form of who my spirit was in, they had me locked in a cage, like as a pet. Yeah, my energy saying they had me as a pet when they had me a long time ago. But yeah, those are four families. When it comes to like Beyonce family, the fact that how Beyonce has like all my my everything about my life is she utilized. That's part. But I tell you, her spirit is my evil twin. When it comes to Kim, you know her mom, before she did all that face features and stuff, you know her and my mom look alike. She's the white version of my mother. It's that crazy, literally, the white version. They look exactly like, but one is black and one is white. It's like that. That's what be making me like, it's just some weird vibes, some weird stuff. It's like one of those things, like, it's crazy. It's like I know and I don't know at the same time. It's like a feeling. You ever just get this strange feeling about something? It's like that. It's like a strange feeling. And it's like, what in the world? What is that I'm feeling? But see, the thing is, my spirit is attached to so many people that I live so many different lives that it's crazy. Like, it's so many people out here that in past lives, a lot of these celebrities, they was my parents at one point. A lot of them are guys or the females. A lot of them was my parent at one point in my life. Either they was a parent or they was a sibling. It was something like that, or we was tied together in a relationship, some form of fashion, or, you know, as always, a prisoner. But for those four, those are main. Now, I know there's other religions and stuff out there, and I see there's some, okay, my energy is directed, my energy is directed me. Right now, it's like an Egypt thing. I'm hearing Pharaoh's army. Okay. Pharaoh's daughter. Okay. Pharaoh's daughter. Okay, I'm getting a energy charge right now, y'all. So remember I told you I can feel stuff through the phone. So the more I talk, the more, because, you know, it's a lot of y'all that watching my videos. Some of y'all know my story, know parts of my story. And I can feel y'all energy. So that's why I'm tweaking a little bit right now. Afghan, what about Afghan? Got heritage over there. Okay. Dubai, here in Dubai. I right now just keep hearing Pharaoh's army. But what's so crazy is when I hear it, it's crazy. Okay. I hear Pharaoh's army. But then at the same time, I see Chadwick Boseman playing as James Brown when he was, when they tried to lock him up, right before he locked up, when he was sitting down because he was fighting someone. And he was singing, Mary, Don't You Weep. That's what I'm hearing right now. I'm seeing that right now. Mary, Don't You Weep. Yeah, I'm challenged Chadwick Boseman. And he had a lot of significant stuff when it came to, he like the male version. He had a lot of stuff that was connected to my life. A lot of stuff. What is going on? My energy is shifting. But yeah, so like I said, my spirit been on this earth for a very long time. So you gotta look at that. Like, spirit is one thing, but then I had a physical form. So just think all the torturing and the crazy stuff I went through in a physical form. I only focus on the spiritual, and y'all see just this moment. But y'all gotta realize, just think what I go through now, and the thing about with Jesus Christ. Just think how many times in physical forms I got my behind towed up. A lot physical forms, like in the physical, like y'all thinking like the stuff that y'all go through is something. Just think how to be tortured in the physical form, because whatever happens in the spirit transfer into the spirit, into the reality. It was a lot. Like, my body has been through so much in each form, in each life, and my spirit has been transfer through so many different things. So this is how it has happened. Throughout time, my spirit has been soul transferred. So a lot of times, even as a kid, this is the first time my spirit hasn't been able to detach from the body that I'm in. Okay, this is the first time. But all my life, the past lives, they was able to transfer my spirit, like auction my spirit off. So whoever was the highest bidder, they'll literally do a soul transfer, and that's how they'll transfer me to each body, each person. And they'll do it like that, and I'll be stuck in that family lineage. And then what happened is somebody would go in debt because they did something or something happened, and they'll transfer me again. But every time, even though they transfer my spirit to another form, my energy is still attached to that family. So this brings me to last night. So last night, out of nowhere, I started thinking about rabbit holes. So every time my spirit was transferred, there's a new rabbit hole. However, I'm a mirror. So whatever rabbit hole they put me in, I was able to mirror a new one. So I created rabbit holes on top of the rabbit holes they put me in, and I was attached. So in order for me to get through this process, to get back to this form where they couldn't take my body this time, my spirit out of the body, I had to go through each person's life and heal certain things in each family, each lineage. I had to go through their karma in order to be able to get out. So what that means by this, going through their karma. So you know how there are people that take, like, say for example, if a person do a crime, right, and the other person end up going, their friend go to jail for them, be like, nah, it's loyalty, I'm gonna take the bid for them. That's kind of what happened. I ended up had to take the bid for them, because in order for me to get out of that rabbit hole, I had to figure out what was wrong, what the lies was and everything, to get out of the rabbit hole. And because of them being able to control energy, because of my energy, I got stuck a lot, but then I had to figure out how to get out of it. So I found out last night a lot of the stuff in the world, like I said, we are all on different time zones. So I'm gonna just make it simple, like Beyonce music, because y'all know more about that. All her songs are twisted around. It's in different eras, right? Different ways. The reason why the music is like that, because they jump time zones, and every time she jumped time zones to find out what was going on with me, she opens a portal every single time. So when she does an album, right? If y'all notice, certain people, I think somebody was talking about the other day, certain people pass away and certain things like that happen, right? Because she has to go through a portal. So she's doing a sacrifice to go through the portals, to go through the portal of me. So every time she'll jump time zones, reason why she did it the way she did it is because she didn't want it to line up with my current life. Then y'all would know out the gate, yeah, this is real. Now it's more so y'all got to do y'all research and put the two together. But I did a research by providing the songs and everything to my stuff. So whenever I provide the songs about her to my stuff, you get to get an idea what time zone she was in. But this is what goes on. Like I told you, those was rabbit holes. And this still tied to my story. Those rabbit holes. And I ended up had to create rabbit holes too, because I'm a mirror. So I'm mirroring back to you what you're really doing. So what's going on is, as y'all see a lot of these people, they're going through stuff. Like if y'all noticing, like think about with Beyonce. She been having a lot of malfunctions throughout this last tour. Every day, every time is something going on. Before, y'all couldn't see that because there was illusions. Because my energy is so powerful that it can stop things from happening. They already know what's about to happen, so they can prepare for it. But now she don't have that energy. She don't know what's going to happen, so she can't overcome it. It's like I said, a rabbit hole. Before, she could see the holes about to come up, so she know how to walk around it. Now she don't see that she about to fall down one. And what has happened is, her spirit is lost in time. It's stuck somewhere. So when you are in a rabbit hole, your spirit can be stuck somewhere, and you got to find out where you are located at. What time, what area you're located in. Okay? And see, that's what's going on with me now. See, I've been so focused in explaining who I am in the spiritual sense that I neglected my reality. And now my reality is like, it's time to play catch up. It's time to finally find yourself. And that's it. So it's like, I did my job. I'm doing my job. I'm doing a lot of things out here for people. And I know I'm healing a lot of people and stuff. But it's like, I could be like, yeah, I did that. Yep, I'm doing this. Yep, I'm doing that. But it's like, I'm just thankful that you happy. I'm thankful that things working out for you. Genuinely, like, you see my face, and I'm doing a lot of things out here right now. And I know there's a lot of like chaotic stuff, but just to let y'all know, with the chaotic stuff that's going on, because of these people been doing so much crazy stuff, they won't stop. So it's like, I'm gonna just make it simple. It's God way saying, okay, y'all not gonna listen, I'm gonna make sure you listen. It's literally that. Y'all don't want to stop being hateful towards each other. Y'all don't want to stop being doing dumb stuff towards each other. You don't want to love each other. Cool. I'm gonna drift everybody back to where they came from. I'm gonna sit back and to show you the destruction in y'all face. It's like the ISIS thing that I'm seeing, which I don't think is fully an ISIS thing. It's like storylines ain't the storylines. It's crazy, but at the same time, it's one of those things like, apparently y'all don't believe it until y'all see it. So I'm gonna throw everything out there in y'all face to show you how you really been acting towards each other. Now you want to love each other. Now y'all losing people out of nowhere. Now y'all going through these tired moments. It really took y'all to the point that you had to be destroyed in order to know that you should have been loving and acceptance of each other. It's like that. So now my spirit is like, you know what? I got that. I'm going to handle that stuff. Excuse me. It's time for you to focus on yourself. So, yeah, right now, I ain't like, I'm just trying to understand this process. And that's the crazy thing. Like, all my life, all I ever done was try to help people figure them out. And I've been bounced around for so long. It's like, shucks, another day in the office to me. But it's time for me to really know all the truths. It's time for me to figure out where my home truly lies at. And not just for me, but for my kids. We've been through a lot. But am I complaining? Nah, it is what it is. We're alive. That's all that matters. That's all it should matter to anyone, as long as you're alive. But right now, like, I have a video attached. Excuse me. It's Annie. Literally, right now, it's the black Annie. I ain't got nothing against the white Annie or whatnot, but I'm black. If you didn't know that, but that storyline ties to my life. Now, when it comes to in Annie, there was like a bunch of orphans. In my situation, it's not so much in the reality sense, spiritual sense. That's what has happened. But I'm just like Annie, sitting on the curb, trying to figure out when they coming back for me. Now, I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to the mother part, I've been hearing in the spirit that my true, in this form, my biological mother was murdered. That's what I've been told. Excuse me. She's been murdered. Basically, I'm hearing she was haunted down, like they tortured her and murdered her. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm so attached. I'm like, my spirit's attached to so many things that some things I don't know if I'm telling my life or somebody else's life. I tell y'all, I'm gonna always be honest in this process. So sometimes, like, if I talk about certain things, it's still everything that I state is facts. It could be tied to my life. It could be tied to somebody else's life. That's like even with Ivana. Ivana, she's a motivational speaker. I never uploaded that video, but I feel like there was something tied to her life as well. It's a lot of things. a lot of things that goes on. But all I say is this, and I'm gonna get off. Family is a hard thing to come by these days, apparently. You know, everybody in the world is looking out for themselves. You know, and when it comes to these kids, a lot of y'all out here just having kids or, you know, having abortions. It's like y'all go out here, have sex, and then, let me just go have abortion. Let me go kill off this child. And, you know, let me do this because I'm not ready yet. Well, y'all knew you wasn't ready before you started. And you gotta ask yourself, how would you feel if your parent did the same thing to you? Now, in some sense, some of y'all probably like, I would have had a better life. I get it. I understand. But the thing about it is, all lives matter. All lives matter. When I talked about the whole abortion thing, I went down that road one time. But there was, like I told you, they had stuff attached to me. It was the worst thing I could ever have done in my life. And but like I said, they had these spirits attached to me and had me do some things I didn't want to do. However, you know, I can't turn back the hands of time, but I know that moving forward, that ain't something that we need to be doing in this world. When it comes to these kids, I know sometimes it gets hard, and some days you just feel like giving up because it's so many emotions. It's like maybe you got into it with the right intentions and like, you know, I want to be an amazing mother, I want to be an amazing father, and then life hits you and you realize this is an overload and they got emotions and they going through all the emotions. And it's one thing with one child, then you got multiple childs. And I'm going to tell y'all this right now. People may not want to admit it, but when you have one child, it's more on you. People don't realize it's more on you mentally with one child compared to multiples. Let me say that again, because people don't want to acknowledge that. And the only reason how I was able to acknowledge that is because I had a person that was a friend at the time. They had one child, and it made me notice a difference. Okay, so I want y'all to understand. I know when you have multiple kids, yes, financially it can be draining. But you got those kids, they can play with each other. You get a mental break here and there. Okay, you might have to be like, y'all sit y'all behinds down or something. But when you have one child, yo, that child depends on you 24/7 because ain't got no one else to talk to, no one else to be with. That child come become you, like your best friend, and you don't even realize it. It's like your broke friend, okay? And that child is attached to you, and you be like, look, give me a break. I need some time. But they thinking I need some attention because I'm by myself. You understand? And that's a lot on a child when they are by themselves. All they have is themselves, because when the parent going out here doing everything else and they dropping that child off with any and everybody, or that child is sitting around by themselves, it's a lot. So I don't want y'all to sit back and think that, oh, you only got one child, you ain't got no excuses. Just take one of your kids and be stuck with that one child for like a month by yourself. And see how that child be like, mommy, 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 daddy, 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 daddy. And that's all you hear all day long. So we got to acknowledge those things too. It goes both ways. Yes, the financial part is like, I got more, so what you complaining about? The mental part is like, yo, it's like you in a mental institute, because now you're not just focused on your energy, you got to focus on that child energy, and you trying to keep that child mental straight when you trying to get yours straight. But at least when you got multiple kids, you can say, go play with your brother, go play with your sister. You understand? You ain't got to sit back and play 24/7. So I need y'all to understand it, okay? That goes for men and women. But yeah, so, you know, I know sometimes it's rough, because when you going through things and then they going through things, and it's like, how can you heal their emotions when you don't even understand your own? Like, how can you be a good parent or amazing parent when you don't even know how to parent yourself. It don't matter if you got all the books in the world, all the podcasts, all the TV shows, all the lessons and the music, the everything. But it's like, again, like that rabbit hole. You got to jump down each one to figure out which hole, what parts you need to take out. It's like a treasure chest. You got to figure out which pieces to take out, which blocks to take out to fit for you personally. And sometimes it ain't the easiest thing to do. You know, some of y'all get to the point where you just want to live your life because you realize after you had those kids, you're like, I messed up. And it's okay to say it. I messed up. Does that mean that you don't want them? Nah. You just being human. I messed up. I messed up. I wanted, a lot of times people have kids because they just want somebody to love them. It's that. They just need somebody to love them, but then they realize that I did it the wrong way. Because even though this child loved me, I still don't love myself. I still don't love myself. You tell me this child give me all the love in the world and I still don't know how to accept it. And it makes you feel like a bad person on the inside because you don't know how to receive it. And you're doing everything you can to give it, but it's like, it's just not right. Because you don't know what's right within yourself. So sometimes y'all drop these kids off with other people and you go hang out with your friends because you don't want to have to sit back and look at yourself in the mirror. Yeah, your child is your mirror. And y'all want to look in the mirror because every time you look at that mirror, you see the things you done wrong. Does that mean you're looking at your kid as a curse or something? Nah. You just start realizing, I don't know how to be a child myself. I know how to be an adult, but I don't really know how to be a kid anymore. Now all you're doing is teaching your child how to be grown. Because that's all you do know. Now this message is not for everyone. Because there are some parents out here that know how to maneuver with their kids, laugh, joke with their kids and stuff. But not everybody got it like that. Even for people that lived in a happy home. You understand? Everything was perfect. But life's not perfect. Life happens. But if you went through hard time, and when you went through nothing but amazing times, and then you go out there in the streets and you get caught up, they don't know nothing about what it feel like to be caught up because they had so much of the perfect life. At least that's what they told you. Now you out here looking for help and they looking at you like a disgrace. You got these kids and you out here on your own trying to figure it out and you asking your parents for help, but they so perfect and they making you feel like a bad parent because you still trying to survive. I told you shouldn't have had those kids. I told you shouldn't have done this. I told you shouldn't have did that. Okay, you told me, now what? I need help. I need understanding. I need support. Y'all so perfect. Y'all got everything together. Now I'm in a situation of imperfection and I need someone to help me to understand how to get at least close to the perfect life I had before. I never went down. I never had daddy issues. I never had mama issues. I never had abandonment. Now I'm in a situation where I'm with have a child with someone that's abandoned me right now. How do I get through this? I told you shouldn't be. Okay, I got that. But how do I get through this? Look at you. Now you don't want to keep the kids. It's not that. I just don't know what to do. I need help. I need help. I don't know who I am. I only know what y'all told me who I am. We never been through nothing. Does that mean that's a bad thing? No, we just never been through nothing. So how can I survive out here in this world? I'm on new land, new territory that I never been in. And everybody in the family got it together except for me. And y'all looking down on me, making me feel worse than a parent than I already feel. And I'm trying the best to be the best parent I can be. It's hard sometimes. And then sometimes on that same note, some people say, you know what, forget y'all. I don't care. You think I'm a bad parent? You think I ain't nothing? Then so be it. Here, the child. Take the child. I'm going to be exactly what y'all think because you don't want to help. You don't want to talk to me. You don't want to be there. It goes that way too. Sometimes it could be one of the things that they trying to be a support and say, we got you. You can do it. You're amazing. Come on, come back. We know you can do great. I know, nah, I'm horrible. I'm not good at this. I don't have motherly instincts. I don't have father instincts. I don't know what to do. Come here. We're going to help you. Nah. I don't know. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. Take the child. Drop the child. I don't care. Take them to their daddy or take them to their mama. I can't do this. It's not so much you can't do that. You can't do this. That's it. That's it. So many kids in foster care or so many kids being abandoned because people are scared to take care of the child within themselves. We are all, like for the adults, we are all grown, but we are still kids at heart. Like I said before, I don't care if you're 20 years old or 100 years old, you're still a child. You will always and forever be a child. No matter how many times you come on this earth, you are somebody's child. Why you keep forgetting that? You ain't got to put hate on somebody else's life. You don't have to destroy somebody else's life. You ain't got to lie about who their parents are. Oh, this is your daddy, but it's this person over here is their daddy. You know, you ain't got to do that. That's your mama, knowing that you the sister, knowing you the aunt, knowing you the uncle, knowing you the brother. You ain't got to lie. Y'all out here going and having these sperm banks and all of that just to say you got a child. Who are they? Who's that child? You went out here, went into a sperm bank and got something that was based off of what somebody wrote on the paper. You got something that was just wrote on a piece of paper. They said, oh, this is a white man or this is a black man. They got a multi-billionaire company. They strong, independent. They, you know, they have a charismatic, all of that. And you probably got somebody that don't have no IQ, that don't know nothing about life, never been anywhere. He was just trying to get some $2 so he can get something to drink. You don't really know. Even if they told you the person white, they could have been black. They could have been Mexican. They could have been Spanish. They could have been Asian. You don't really know. And then when that child grows up, do you know? Do you know when y'all have these sperm banks and y'all doing this stuff, these is for the men and the women. I'm going to say this, majority of the time it's for the same sex. Whenever you go to these banks to do the eggs and all of these different things, or the sperm or whatever, that child is adopted. I don't care if you use part of your life, that child is still adopted. It's a foreigner. Because it's on new territory that it wasn't belonging to. Because it's not connected. It may be connected to one lineage, but it ain't connected to the other. Don't you realize these kids going to want to know where they fully come from? So you're going to lie to them their whole life and say, hey, we your true parents. If they don't know where they came from, how would they know where they're going? How would they understand if they had a kidney issue? And say, for example, they need a kidney to be changed out. There ain't a match. Now they need to go to their lineage. You don't know who it is. So does that make you a killer? Because now they got to be on the organ donors list. Yeah. Ask yourself, don't it make you a killer? Because you just killed their life, their destiny, because you don't know who they are. You don't know where they came from. What if they have an underlying disease like Parkinson's disease or something like that? You don't know what's to come for their lives. You just know what the paperwork say. Now, what if they actually have these things that's going on? Are you giving them a bright future, or are you setting them up for a crazier destiny? Everyone in the world should know where they came from, who they are. It's amazing how we can sit back and learn about everybody else's history, but we don't know our own. Don't you think it's right for somebody to know the full truth to the story that you're telling? But then you want to keep it 100 in your life. Don't you know your life gonna always be a lie until you tell the truth? Don't do things to others that you don't want done unto you. So, for the ones that's in a situation like I am in, and you know that you're not telling truth, stop waiting until the kids turn 18 years old to tell them the truth. Do you know how jacked up that is? You telling me, tell the kids when they little, and then they can grow to understand. Do you know how much that's like a bullet going to the dome? We gonna wait till that 16th or 18th birthday, and then we gonna tell them, because now this is what you're doing. You lived a lie their whole entire life, and then at the end of the day, once they get grown, now we ain't gotta deal with it. That's up to them to deal with it. Is that love? Nah, that's abuse. That's mental abuse. That is a tragedy. You're gonna wait until they about to be grown up out of the house to tell them who they are. And now they gotta go out here in the world thinking that they know what's going on, thinking like, I'm gonna be this, I'm gonna be that. I had an amazing childhood, I had an amazing life, and go out here, and then what happened? They hit their head against the wall. Now, the journey that they was on is derailed, because now they gotta realize, I've been living a lie my whole entire life, and that wasn't the direction I'm supposed to go down. I've been living their life, their journey, their destiny. And now they're gonna wait until I'm grown to tell me, hey, this is who you truly are, but you're supposed to love me. So, do y'all have those kids just to say you had something? Was it for the money? Was it for just the aesthetics, just to look good, look like you a good parent? It's like one of those teddy bears that you just hold on to for the time being, and then, I'm grown now. I don't need this teddy bear anymore. And y'all wonder why a lot of y'all kids don't want to come back home anymore. They don't want to deal with the family anymore. They don't want to even acknowledge you anymore. Because you lived on a lie and trying to tell them you need to tell the truth. So for anyone out here, if y'all have these having y'all pregnancies and all of these things, these kids out here, if the daddy ain't the daddy, tell them who the daddy is. I don't care if you don't like them. I don't care if the person threatening your life. I don't care who it is. Be honest. You're not hurting yourself. You're hurting them. Yeah, you may be in pain, but get over it. Because why you torturing somebody that you love? If y'all going out here for artificial inseminations and all of that, tell that child as a young age. Y'all can tell them about genders. You can tell them be a boy to be a girl and a girl to be the boy. Y'all can do that. You can tell them about races and stuff. You can tell them about everybody else in the family, everybody else. Like, be honest, say, look, baby, yeah, we are your parents, but this is who your true parents are. Okay? It's up to you. The older you get, if you want them to be in your life, so be it. But this ain't no different as adopting a child, a baby. Let them know at a young age. Seep it through. It's like little air, slow and steady wins the race. They will respect you for doing that, because they say, yo, you really love me because you took me in when my parents didn't want me, and you told me everything. You didn't deny me or anything. You helped me to heal before I had to know that I need to be healed. You helped me to understand how real love operates. You didn't bash them. You didn't feel like they was going to take me out of the life, because you allowed me to know who they was. And you allowed me to decide, the choice to decide what life I wanted to live. You gave me the amazing life, and you still let me know who I am and who I was. So when I go into this world, when I get grown and get older, I can decide what direction I'm going to go in. But no matter what direction I'm going to go in, I know I'm going to be great because I know who I am. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.